Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Nishi SEIS, and today I'm going to be talking about Drupal like last time but just an extension to it. I think I have been able to understand different aspects of Drupal and how one is able to create different content types using structure and adding content to it and making sure that your different content types are able to relate with each other and communicate with them, and you're able to do that on the website. So it's been exciting, and today I've been able to do a couple of more things. So this is my website from the last time where we had like um, a page that allowed us to look at the courses, the faculty list, and the rooms list. And today we are going to see how we are able to connect these and add roles to the same. So if we go to the People tab in Drupal, you are able to add multiple roles. So for a website like ours, where we have courses, we have rooms, we want to be able to identify who is really able to make the courses and what are the different kind of roles do we have that are taking into consideration in our website. So if we go to the roles out here, we are able to we are able to add roles, and like you see, I've added the roles for instructor, parent, student, and administrator. Here I just have to add the role name, and that's how I can get them for them to appear out here. Another interesting thing that I found is that being able to identify the different permissions between the roles. So if I go hit permissions out here, I'm able to see the different things that each one of the roles is able to do. So let's get down here a little bit. And then here you can see that create new content. So we want to make sure that the new content is only allowed to be created by an instructor. Um, and yeah, that's how we want to be able to make sure that not everybody is creating any content and just publishing things. So we want to make sure that people have permissions. um, Another important thing is if I go back to my site here and show you all like the courses. So when I hit the course, I am able to see um, the number of credits, the number of seats open, what kind of room is it in, and the faculty that is there. So now the reason that I'm able to relate the course to the room and the faculty is by creating an entity reference field between the course and the room. So that allows me to connect them. So on this page now, if I go here, it's going to take me to the room that where the course is actually being taught, and I can see that it's an entity reference field that I have created. If I go to my content types, and for example I go to the course and I manage my fields, and I can see that the different fields that I have for the faculty and for the room, I have the entity reference field type. Now that allows me to connect them and view them together. So I think that is really cool and important, as when we make websites, there are many things that we want to be able to relate and correlate. So that is something that's really interesting. Now when I go back to my site, I'm also able to see a better version of courses. So for example, I go to course and I go to say IST 402. I am not only able to see the number of credits, the number of seats open, where it's taught and who's it taught by, but I'm also able to see who the professor is. So things like that. So you can make it actually better. Um, for example, even if I hit IST 440, again, I have an image of the course. So it just helps you with the visualization aspect of the website a lot. Now, what I have learned through this exercise is also about CORS. Now, this is the first time that I am coming across what this is, and I find it really interesting. So to start it off, I have understood that it stands for the cross-origin resource sharing, and it is basically a mechanism um, by which the data or any resource of a site can be shared intentionally to a third-party website. So basically, it's also a mechanism which aims to allow requests made on behalf of you, and at the same time, block requests made by the rogue JavaScript, and is triggered when an HTTP request is made to either a different domain or a different subdomain or a different port or a protocol. So, for example, the mechanism is really helpful. Especially when it allows you to prevent attackers that plant scripts on various websites to an AJAX call to your website, and in case you are logged in, then it is using your credentials. So I think that's where CORS comes in. It allows you to protect that data, and it is an important source now today. Uh, in today's modern software development world, the advent of microservices and the rise of distributed systems are being developed. And the API is responsible to ensure the clients interact and send appropriate data to clients by a secure platform. So I think it's really cool. I found a lot of data and information on it. Uh, Initially, I was not able to understand what it was. So I think the site is really good. It's CORS for Dummies, but I think it does a fantastic job of explaining what it is, what the important is, and how it's a savior in today's world, and different kinds of requests and things like that that I could get into in detail. So I feel like it's really useful, and the fact that I've been able to add this module to my website, I think it's really cool, and I would love to understand more about it and utilize that in making my websites, because I think it's really useful and required in today's world. Yes, this is a little bit about my video and my whole aim to create a website that allows me to successfully demonstrate all the required aspects of my website. And I hope that you guys look at it and learn from it as well. Thank you.